Welcome, my lovely lights, to day 5 of the Healing Yoga Challenge. Today is centered around the throat chakra. This class is going to be a gentle yoga flow where we will hold some poses and find some restoration and really expand healing when it comes to our ability to communicate. Come with an open heart, an open mind, and together let us do this. Welcome, my beautiful soul sister, to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I'm Shelly. In this class, I definitely recommend a blanket, blocks, a bolster, or a couch pillow. And join me while we take something to support your sit bones and let yourself find a seat. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to get here, so give yourself some grace and a moment to just check into the feet if you want to cross them, the right forward, the left forward, what feels best for you, my beautiful soul sister. And just taking a moment to exhale, heavy the chin towards the chest. And then on the inhale, gently tip the head up to a full seated position. And just gently continuing as you bring the chin towards the chest and then exhale to rise. Mindful movements, really just awakening the neck. And in Sanskrit, our throat chakra is known as our Vishuddha chakra. And the healing color associated with it is blue. So anything blue, also any blue stones or crystals can really help in aiding an awakening and a healing of this throat center. Good. And then gently bringing that chin towards the chest and then carving the chin towards the left shoulder. And just taking these slow, using a breath that comes through the nose and send it away. And as we tap into breath today, let us invite a breath called the Ujjayi Pranayama. It's a breath that comes in through the nasal passage, and you constrict the back of the throat. There's this thing back here called this glottis, and it helps make this more heated, active breath. And we're breathing in that upper chest cavity. So it's inhale through the nose. You can also exhale through a melted jaw. Beautiful. Bringing that chin to center, and then now chin dives and carves towards the right shoulder. Exhale. Mindful movements, really, my lovely light, tapping into what's going on in your neck. How much tension or tightness are you feeling? Without judgment. Giving yourself a moment of grace, a moment of ease, and being so grateful that you showed up here for this practice. Exhale. Mindful movement. Let the breath float you in. Let the breath carry you up. Beautiful. One more. Exhale. And if your legs are feeling a little wonky, you can resituate them because mine were just not in a good space. And then bringing the head back to center here. And then now starting to carve little circles in a clockwise motion. Really just inviting this movement in that upper spine that's called the cervical vertebrae. And start spiraling that circle. Almost like imagine like you have a small little salad plate and then a medium-sized plate and a large plate, all the way to a big serving platter, which sometimes are more ovular, and then a giant, huge, maybe salad bowl. Big circles all the way around. And maybe if you notice any tension or tightness, can you linger in that spot? And maybe wince a little bit. If you're feeling your shoulders shrugging up towards the ears, that's okay. Exhale, do your best to soften them away. And then bringing one hand to the left side. And really just giving yourself this time for self-care. And rolling out the neck. If you want to bring both hands to the neck, do so. And then we'll exhale back to center. And kind of wing to the opposite side. Good. And then now we'll take those spirals in a counterclockwise position. And if you went one way, clockwise or counterclockwise, just go the opposite way. It's most of the time, it's the way that feels really unnatural. So go that way. And once again, tapping into that spiral that grows from small to medium to large to extra large to extra, extra large, giant salad bowl, huge salad serving bowl. And if you notice this side, maybe there's some tense or tight spaces that you're experiencing, and maybe my legs are feeling a little stinkery today, so I'm just going to move. Invite yourself permission to be human and move your body in ways that feel good. And you can bring the hands back to the neck. And if you're experiencing any tension or tightness, which I'm noticing actually in my hip right here, my left hip, it would be your right hip. Just be nice to yourself. Give yourself the care and love that you need and you deserve. Exhale the breath away. Good. Wonderful. Back to center. And starting with some shoulder shrugs next is up towards the ears and then exhale away. And if you want to change your footing position, you can join me in a butterfly, which is soles of the feet, kissing soles of the feet. You can also grab some blocks if you are having some ouchiness in your hips or knees. If it's more of your knees, you can bring the blocks away and then just drive the feet further away from the body. If it's the hips that need to be alleviated, drive the blocks up towards the outsides of the hamstrings right here on the outside. Wonderful. Shoulders come up towards the ears and exhale away. So as the shoulders come up towards the ears, can you heavy the body forward here for a forward fold in this butterfly? Heavy the head, heavy the heart. Doing your best to let go of whatever was happening before this and whatever's happening after, and just show up here. And as you inhale, can you roll the shoulders back and stretch and pop that chin up tiny bit, giving yourself a gentle back bend, really opening up here through your heart, your heart and your throat, as we bring awareness more to the throat. And then just take a few flows of this posture in a seated butterfly. Baddha Konasana. Inhale, shoulders back, and just take your time and find what you need here. This is a gentle yoga flow. So we're doing our best to stay present here, right? I know sometimes my body's like, what is next, Shelly? What is next is this. What is next is the next inhale, followed by the next exhale. Good, inhale the breath in. Good, and send it away. Bring that flowy breath in. And exhale it away. Good. Big breath welcomes in. Sends it away. Wonderful. And we'll move those blocks out of the way. And bringing ourselves here into a tabletop position. If you are anywhere where your floors are hard, like if you have hardwood floors, or sometimes even carpet can be hard, or linoleum, or wherever you are. I'm outside, it's pretty squishy, but just to encourage you, I'm gonna grab my blanket. And I would like you to take that blanket and lay it nicely for you, like legit. Treat yourself how you treat everyone else. Remove any wrinkles out of the blanket and get the knees stacked underneath of the hips, hands stacked under the shoulders. Exhale, round through the spine, push the earth away for a cat pose. Really compressing the throat and the front body and expanding in the back of the neck. And really here, can you heavy your head? Can you shake your head a little? No. Shake your head, yes. Maybe just do your best to notice any tension or tightness in the neck. And I know that for myself, that anytime I invert my head, I create a lot of tension and tightness, and I can feel so much resistance. So if this is you, you're not alone. And maybe you can kind of move the hips side to side as you heavy the head, kind of pushing with the backs of the hands, getting a stretch in the hips as well as in the head. Exhale it away. Bringing a movement that really rolls through the whole body. So you can take figure eights here where the hips dip back towards the sit bones. Body comes towards the shoulders, back into the bottom, and forward. Beautiful. Now go the opposite direction. It might feel really weird and unnatural, but that's okay. Bringing the breath in. Wonderful. Send it away. Good. Big breath comes in. And sink it away. Wonderful. Walking the hands forward and then hugging through the bottom for a kneeling plank position. If you do want something a little bit deeper, you can hug through the body, creating a long line of energy from the tip of the head to the belly, to the toes. And then mindfully, you can hug the elbows in and then float to the belly. Beautiful. And then on the belly, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up. And in this Cobra Bhujangasana, open the heart in the front of the body and take a big breath that comes in and then sends away. And now we're going to start by communicating, because this practice is about communication. So one of my favorite mantras is the Om chant. It's just simply Om. And so it will sound like this. You'll breathe in and then just exhale. Om. We'll do 3 of those together. So have your head for a moment, shift the hips side to side, and then inhale, press up, and bring the breath in. Om. Exhale, heavy the head for a moment. Once again, shift side to side. Now 2 more as you inhale up. Exhale, heavy the head, shift the hips side to side. 1 more. Beautiful. Big wide open hands, pressing the body up and back to a downward facing dog and pedaling out the heels here. And taking 4 inhalations followed by 4 exhalations. Big breaths come in. Om is said to be the primordial sound of the universe. It's said to be the sound of which all began. It's like the balance of the yin and yang, the balance of the solar and lunar aspects. And Om will just instantly raise your vibration. So no matter what's going on, it's such a beautiful pose or breath. And if we can bring a pose in with it, it just creates so much healing, especially when it comes to our throat chakra. Really pressing the body. And then bend the knees, 1 knee, and straighten the opposite leg out. And then poking the head under the armpit of the straightened leg. And seeing what you can see as you flip your perspective. And once again, just having the head, noticing what you notice. And then bend the opposite knee, straighten the opposite leg. So head peeks underneath of the arm, the shoulder, where the leg is lengthened long. Big breath comes in. Good, send it away. Wonderful. Inhale, shift the body, weight forward, float to the knees here. We'll take a moment to come back and sit on either the tops of the heels, or you can flatten the feet out in for a hero's pose. If this is not in your practice, you can grab a block and set it under your sit bones. We'll take a moment to pause once again, and we're going to roll with 3 more of those Oms. So if you're new to the practice, you might be a little shy. I know how it can be, but I really just encourage you, because in this practice, as we're bringing healing to our throat, the way to move through pain and emotions is to use movement. And in this case, when it comes to the Vishuddha chakra, is the sound vibration. So bring the breath in. You can catch a mudra with me. It could be big finger touching the thumb with the palms up or palms down if you need to be more rooted. Breathe the breath in. Now project Om. Wonderful, wonderful. So we'll move that block out of the way and then making a shift to the bottom. So actually before we do this, we're going to be setting up for a shoulder stand. And if it's in your practice, maybe a plow pose, and that might not be in your practice. So with this, we really want to create a little bit of a platform to balance our shoulders on, so we're actually protecting our cervical vertebrae, our upper spine. So make sure your blanket is thick, and if it's not super thick, like my blanket is pretty thick, but not thick enough. And if you're feeling like, okay, it's not thick enough, what we can do is this easy trick where you take your mat and you fold it exactly in half, and then you fold it in half again. So it's fourthing your mat. And then now we take that blanket and we're creating this little bit of this shelf that's going to help support our neck. So come to your bottoms, and even better if you're outside. And then you'll roll the body back, make sure the shoulders are nice and supported by your support. And then the head wants to heavy over the back of the mat, over the back of the blanket. So our first variation will be something like this. So you can lift up first into a bridge pose. So the feet will be bent, reach the hands down, and then just push, push, push up on the hips. Really still here, my lovely, opening your throat. And the coolest thing about mantra vibration is that when it comes to your voice, no matter your perception, if your voice is good or bad or not anything at all, is that the vibration and the sound and the pitch and the frequency of your voice is the most healing frequency for you. Mine is the most healing frequency for me. So you can really deepen healing in your throat chakra by projecting your voice, by speaking out, by projecting this Om with me. So I hope that encourages you a little bit more if you're feeling uneasy about it, because I know how it can be. Okay, exhale, sink the hips down, shift side to side, and then you could just kind of windshield wipe side to side to loosen the back. And here, open up the shoulders, kind of flatten them out. So you could also start this practice if you're newer, and you could put a chair in front of you so you can kind of post up on the chair. You could also use a wall. If you have done this before or you're willing to try something new, we're going for a shoulder stand. So these elbows will bend, and then you're gonna pop the hips up and kind of kick the body up and back, using the palms of the hands to support that lower back, kind of right where the hips are, the back of the body. Candlestick variation, the feet come at this angle. And this is a very amazing posture when it comes to the throat chakra, because it brings a lot of healing energy, because we're shifting the blood flow towards the head, towards the throat. And if you can start straightening up, kind of hug through the belly, bringing the feet up, up, up. Using those hands like a kickstand, hugging in through the pelvic wall, hugging in through the spine, pointing the toes, maybe open the feet. Can you exhale and maybe do a splits in one direction, together, opposite direction, mindful movements. You could pause at the center, open up, create a V, maybe flex the heels up. You could drive the soles of the feet together for a butterfly inverted. You can stay here, or if it's in your practice, you can slowly start bringing the legs back. It can also be awesome if you have a wall behind you, or put a stool or a chair here. You can start bending the knees. Sometimes this is called a plow pose. It can be right in our practice. Sometimes it's really hard. So wherever you are, maybe you can bend the knees and start rounding the body. You can straighten out the arms, or still keeping the hands, protecting that lower back. Use that breath that comes in. And it might feel short and shallow, but keep breathing. Exhale, bringing healing energy into your throat, letting it flow through the front of the throat to the back of the throat. Big breath welcomes in. Good. Exhale it away. And then mindfully start straightening the legs, and then bend the knees, and then slowly you could come down to the earth with your feet, and then flatten out the spine. And just take a moment. Your back might be feeling, your spine might be feeling really sensitive. So just take a moment to reset. To just exhale. To remember that healing is a journey. It's not an end point. And the more we practice us, the more we show up for ourselves, the better we'll feel. And the more we'll expand and deepen healing in all of our energy centers, in our mind, our body, and our spirit. Wonderful. Big breath in. Good. Exhale it out. And we'll inhale the arms long, making the legs long, and then walk the feet over to the left. And then join the hands over to the left. So the head will kind of naturally curve with you, but creating this kind of very open, like banana shape with the body. Full body long stretch, even stretching through the throat, the back of the neck. Welcome the breath in. Send it away. Big breath welcomes in. Good, send it away. One more full inhalation, followed by an exhalation. Send it away. Good. Walking the body back to neutral. Can you stretch the arms and the legs a little bit longer, creating a little bit more space through the vertebrae? And then now walk the feet to the right and walk the hands to the right, creating your banana shape on your other side. Big breath welcomes in. Send it away. Welcome in a healing breath in. Good, send it away. 2 more full cycles. Be present with wherever you are in your body. Be present with whatever's going on in the mind. Good, exhale. Beautiful. Coming back to center. And then you can gently just bring one knee kind of towards the same side of armpit, grabbing onto the front in between like the lower knee and the shin, and then the opposite side too. And just opening up the hips and resetting the hips back in place. After that really nice movement that we created in our spine, really creating that round spine in the body, which I know it can be hard if you were doing that plow position. It can be a challenge. So give yourself freaking gratitude and compassion for showing up. You can roll out the ankles in one direction. Be okay with any cricks or pops. No judgment here. This is your practice. You could grab a happy baby if that feels good for you. So you could reach in towards the arches of the feet, the outsides. You can peace finger the toes. You can create a little bit of movement side to side. Maybe that's feeling a little bit too much in your spine today. You need to drive the heels forward. Do what you need. Do what feels good for you and your body. Beautiful. 2 full cycles of breath here. Send the breath away. Trust that it will come back as it always does. Excellent. Coming in for our Shavasana. So just setting yourself up for relaxation. I love a bolster underneath of my knees for this. So you can bring a bolster underneath of the knees for a little support. If it's chilly where you are, grab a blankie. You can put a hoodie on, some socks on. And then I'm going to be playing my singing bowls for you to create more relaxation and deepen your experience in your Shavasana. So as we call on an invitation to relax, and in the eye of your mind, you can just say, I am relaxed. And really allowing yourself permission to relax here. So in the eye of your mind, call out, I am relaxed. And together as we start this practice, we will once again tap into Om, Maybe you can whisper, you can think, you can speak, or you can just receive this mantra with an inhalation in. Relaxing at the head, softening through the scalp, allowing a gentle wave of relaxation that washes down the jaw. And if you notice some tightness that you're collecting in the jaw, clench the jaw, hold it in tight, and then exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale, clench the jaw. Now clench the fist. Hold it in, feel that stress and that strain we all create. And now let it go. Inhale, clench the jaw, clench the fist, curl the toes, feel that stress and that strain we all create. Now exhale, soften and let it go. Softening through the jaw, really creating an openness in the front of the throat, the back of the neck, and all areas. And we call on the healing energy of blue, allowing a gentle wave of relaxation that washes over the shoulders and the heart, gently relaxing through the belly, softening through the arm bones and the fingertips, allowing a gentle wave of relaxation that washes all the way down into the hips, softening through the belly and the pelvic wall, truly letting go deeper into the legs and the bends of the knees, allowing a gentle wave of relaxation to wash down through the shins and the calves, allowing a gentle wave of relaxation that flows down into the feet, calling on a gentle wave of relaxation that washes from feet to legs to belly to heart to the top of the head. And we'll take the next few minutes to deepen the healing in our Vishuddha chakra and our fifth chakra. And I will call you out when it is time. Gently bringing your awareness back into the breath. Bringing a wiggle of the fingers, a movement of the toes. Taking a full body stretch, stretching the arms long, 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 and the legs out long, 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 creating a full body stretch. Maybe a yawn is in order. Oh, big stretch, relaxing into the body. And then inhale, hug the knees to the chest. And if it is in your practice, you can move your body into a fetal position, laying on the side, hugging the knees in to your best ability. Or if you would like, you can just stay on your back, hugging your knees in, and we will complete this practice with some healing affirmations. I love you. I love you. I love you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am healing. I am healing. I am healing. And hugging yourself in. And maybe just saying something kind to yourself. Something that only you know you need to hear. Maybe you're struggling with something. What would you say to someone who you love, who's going through what you are? And just either whisper that or allow that energy to pour in with love and compassion, hugging yourself in. And when you're ready, you can use that top arm as a kickstand. You can meet me in a seated position, finding yourself in your seat. And bringing your hands, palms, kissing palms, and raise them this time up towards the throat, in front of the throat. Just taking a moment to integrate that practice and really just continuing today, the rest of the week, the rest of the month, the rest of this year, to allow healing energy to pour into your space of communication. And we will complete this practice with 3 ohms. Inhale. Just soaking up all of that goodness. The love and the light within me honors and acknowledges the love and the light within you. Namaste, my lovelies. Thank you so much for practicing with me in this beautiful space by this beautiful mother tree and earth. And I really hope that you can just continue to expand and allow movement and communication through your throat chakra. Join me back here tomorrow for day 6 when we will venture up to the 3rd eye. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. Please share and subscribe to Yoga Bliss for Shelly. I love you.